silence of this place. I have met you countless times, but only in premonition or waking dream, never before in the flesh. I need not speak my name, for you have already guessed who and what I am.
Simeon told me that a voice spoke to him. A false god, he said. The same false god that was worshipped by the heretics.
But you do not think me a god, not even a false one. You look upon a statue wrought of gold, but I was not always as you see me. I was once a creature of flesh, the last of my kind in the world. You saw my bones in the cave, lying in a pool that was once my blood. That is all that remains of my mortal form. It was Molokai who made me what I am now, the greatest treasure of the faith. He preserved my life, if only to exploit my gift.
This gift of yours, can you tell me what it is?
My race was born from the dying breath of the old creator gods. We were brothers and friends to Azunai, the twilight god with the golden hair. Our sight was keen. All of time was arrayed before our eyes. We burned bright, but not for long. As each of us died, the sight of the others would grow stronger. I was the last of my kind, so my vision was clearest of all.
So you were an oracle. They kept you here and asked you questions?
Yes, and I answered as well as I could. By serving the faithful, I thought I was serving Azunai too. Until Molokai abandoned his faith. He set his followers to worship me, turned his own creation into a false god, and he was the only prophet. Then, I answered his questions no more.
Why would a high priest turn to heresy?
Long life is not always a boon. Molokai remembered a time when Azunai spoke directly to his faithful. But that time was long gone. If Azunai's silence was a test of faith, then Molokai failed his god. The loss left a void in his soul, and he filled that void with a craving for power. I refused to play the role of false god, so he wrote pronouncements of his own, and preached them as if they were mine. His power over his flock was absolute. Even in death, that did not change.
Molokai kept you alive. But how?
His people found me, broken and dying in the cave. Molokai knew that my race was sacred to Azunai. When he stumbled upon the last of my kind, he sensed the hand of his god at work. He caught my soul as it fled this world, bound me into an idol of gold, so that my gift, the divine gift of my race, would not be lost.
I came here to find Etienne du Marnet. Is he...
Is he dead? Yes. He lies at my feet, as he has for many years. He was wounded by Molokai and the undead priests. But he dragged himself into this chamber before he died. And he asked a boon of me, for which he traveled so far and risked so much.
A boon? Will you tell me what it was?
Du Marnet asked me to do what he could not. To protect his daughter. To keep her safe from those who hunted him. To guard his bloodline. Until the Legion returned to claim his daughter as their own.
Eleanor. She's his daughter, isn't she?
Yes. She is a child of the Legion, like you. And she is the reason that the Radiant Youth brought you here.
You're trapped in this vault. How could you protect her?
When I lived, this desert was my home. I soared upon the wind. My voice was like thunder across the sand, and storms would rise in my wake. That power has not deserted me. Not yet. When Jane Cassinder's spies came looking for the girl, I called upon the sand and the wind to destroy them.
I saw a caravan buried in the sand.
The wagons of the Witchmen. They were agents of your enemy, and they died by my will.
If Eleanor came here with her father, then the monks must know who she is.
A generation has passed since Eleanor came to the Abbey. The monks of that time swore an oath to keep the secret of her birth. All of them are dead now. Only Simeon remains, and he will never tell. He loves the girl too much. And Eleanor knows, but she fears what will happen to the Abbey if her secret is ever revealed. So she keeps silent, even to you.
Eleanor should come back with us. The Legion needs her.
While another woman in our ranks would improve my odds of reproductive success, I can't help but wonder if she might be happier here.
Eleanor stands at the confluence of many faiths. Legion and Church are bound together in her. Your words will sway her toward one or the other, and the future of both will turn upon that choice. I see two roads, two futures that lie before the girl. If Eleanor remains at the Abbey, and you are victorious against your enemy, she will rise high in the ranks of the Church. I see her sitting amongst the hierarchs of the Synod, a voice for moderation and calm. That voice will turn the Church from a foe of the Legion into a friend.
And if she returns to the Legion with us?
She will bear a child. Her bloodline will flourish. Among those who descend from her, I see many loyal men and women of the Legion. A Grand Master among them. But Eleanor will die before her child reaches his 3rd year. She will save the life of an ally at the cost of her own.
You see only 2 possible futures? Are you sure they can't be changed?
In matters of prophecy, my sight has always been true. I foresaw your own arrival in this place, and you are here. I am sorry. I do not believe these paths can be altered once the choice has been made.
So if Eleanor joins the Legion, whose life is she going to save?
The person's face is veiled in shadow. Perhaps because that future is not yet fully formed. But I know it will be another child of the Legion, like your companions and yourself.
I need to know when these things will happen. Can you tell me?
After Jane Cassinda falls, if she falls, they are contingent upon your victory and the rebirth of the Legion. As to the hour or the day, that is uncertain. These things are part of another tale that has not yet begun.
Thank you for telling me this. I have nothing more to ask of you.
As you wish. I have upheld my promise to Eleanor's father. Her fate is in your hands now, whatever you decide. Are you ready to leave? Or would you remain in my sanctum a while longer?
I'm done here. I have what I came for.
Goodbye then, child of the Legion. May fortune smile upon you.
You're safe. Did you find Dumane?
I'm sorry, but he's dead. I found his body at the bottom of the vault.
I thought so. It was silly of me to hope, especially after so many years.
You're his daughter. Why didn't you tell us?
Not to deceive you, I know what Jane Cassinda would do to the Abbey if she ever found out that a daughter of the Legion was here. The monks are all the family I have. I've kept my secret for their sake, not for mine.
Help us rebuild the Legion. It's what your father would have wanted.
Are you certain of that? All I know is this Abbey. A quiet life of books and study. I'm not a warrior like you, and I don't think I ever could be.
No, but you understand the Church, and you know how to talk to the faithful. When the war is over, you can negotiate with the Azunites.
You're right. And the Abbey will be safer if I'm gone. Just give me time to say goodbye to the monks. If you leave the causeway open behind you, I can follow you to Stonebridge and meet you there.